Alright, what's up you guys? This is going to be my final big board video. I kind of skipped the 30 through 40, but I'm just going to do the top 40 real quick in at least 7 to 8 minutes, try to get it done fast. Just a quick overview of each guy's, kind of highlighting a few of my favorites per tier, so get right into it. Tier 6, I got the potential depth pieces. As you can see the list here, a couple guys that I really like. Pele Larson from Arizona, the 3D guard, can really just kind of do it all for a team. Jamal Shead, obviously highlighted as a guy who I think is going to contribute from day one. As a potential guy coming off the bench, obviously a bulldog on defense. Guys that I'm not as high on would be a guy like Keyshawn George. He just has a lot to work on, and he's already 20 years old. For a one and done guy, it's kind of a little bit older. Another guy, Harrison Ingram, another kind of do-it-all forward, respectable shooter, and has enough upside to at least provide some win-now impact. So tier 6 potential depth pieces. Excuse me. I like that portion. Mogbo is another one. Really does everything except shoot the ball well. He can pass it, handle it, and is very athletic. So yeah, definitely this class is much deeper than a lot of people think. So I'm excited to see where these guys land. Tier 5, late first in the bench contributors. I did forget to mention Filipowski when I was making this, so I would have him in this kind of area. Um, Highlighted as Jalen Tyson, kind of a Caleb Martin-esque type of player. 3-and-D potential, is a smooth scorer. Kind of worried how that translates at the next level, but he's a good shooter, smooth release, and will definitely has a chance to help a team out early on. Nikola Jurisic is another guy I've been super high on. I was really high on him last year, and then he ended up going back to Serbia for one more year. Made the smart decision, and now he's rising up draft boards and just won the some EuroLeague MVP for like a little camp or combine that they had. So really high on him. Another guy, Ryan Dunn, can't shoot at all, but is probably the best defender in the class. Shireman, another guy, sniper, reminds me of Joe Ingles as a lefty. Just a bunch of guys in this little area that I think can eventually, not even eventually, but hopefully help a team early on and really impact their team's winning and hopefully find a role for the right squad. So tier 5 um, has a few guys that can definitely impact early on. And of course Filipowski. Tier 4, potential high level depth. Highlighted as Zach Edey. I'm higher on him than most people. I did keep my as this first two videos, my big board, I kept the rankings the same. So no changes really here with the top 20, starting with Walter going down. But yeah, the other two, obviously, like I said, wasn't able to get a long video out, so I'm just gonna do a quick one here. Edey, of course, the size, the strength. I think just the old fundamental style that he plays could provide an impact off the bench for a team early on. Cody Williams, I'm not high on again. I've already kind of went over that in the second big board video, but just really high. He has high upside, but it's gonna take a lot of time, and I'm not a fan of the jumper right now. Bob Carrington is another guy that's been rising. One of the younger guys in the class, can really score it. Has the ability to score at every level, and he grew like a foot in high school, so he's 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 definitely rising for a good reason. Made a lot of tough shots during college. Turned into a pretty good playmaker, and just has the size to be a pretty good guard as well. Deron Holmes, another riser. He was in the class last year, and then he ended up returning. Kind of a versatile 6'10 guy, can put it on the floor a little bit, shoot it, decently athletic in a help side. Rim protector, he's decent there, so he can definitely provide some depth early on for a team like Denver in the late first round. I think that's where he could end up landing. Guys like Terrence Shannon, guys like Walter, well not like Walter, but excuse me, guys like Shannon Terror on the open floor, super fast and athletic. Just would like to see him slow down and start putting his game a little bit more together. But he's 23, so that maybe not out of reach yet, but he needs the NBA experience. I think he could provide some depth and shooting and athleticism to a team like Orlando, LA, Philadelphia, Cleveland, guys around the 17 to 26 range. It's kind of where his stock has been and where he can definitely get drafted. Kel'el Ware has been rising for me. Really reminds me of Derek Lively, so I ended up putting him in the top 20 here. But once again, tier 4, these are the guys. I think they will be able to find a spot early on in a rotation. That's why I got them as the high level depth. Tier 3 is a potential plus starter, so I think long term these guys could end up being very good players for a team. Just high level starters, high level role players who know their role. I mean, most of the guys in here aren't really true bucket getters except for Dillingham, but outside of that, I think Collier has star upside. He's another one. I'm just worried about the jumper. De Silva is a plug and play. He will play from day one, and he will definitely make an impact. McCain is another one. He's a one done. He's 20 years old, but he has the high IQ, off ball movement. He's a sniper from deep. And the work ethic is there. So I'm really convinced in him being a good player. Salon is another high upside player. He's a long term project, but a team like the Blazers in the lottery could end up taking a swing on him. Devin Carter, a bulldog on defense, excellent rebounder, could go as high as even 7 to Portland if they really want to get interesting. But I think his realistic range would start with like Memphis, Utah, Chicago, teams like that. Clingan, of course, a little bit lower on him. I don't know about the shot or the free throw shooting. End up indicating if it will turn him into a stretch 5, being able to space the floor. But obviously the rim protection's there. But he's a good player. So potential plus starters, these are the guys. I'm excited for this class. I'm really excited for the draft. So tier 2 high level starters, 8 through 5. Got Knecht, Castle, Holland, and Shepard. I think Knecht really has a chance to be the best player from this class if he locks in on the defensive side of the ball, because he does just about everything else, the off-ball scoring, elevation, athleticism, all that. Holland, another high upside guy. Castle was a do-it-all kind of glue guy, combo guard wing, because he really played the wing at UConn, but I know he must play point guard. Shepard, of course, one of the higher floor guys, even at his size, the shooting, playmaking, and just the IQ. Then, of course, tier 1, the Fantastic Four. These are the all-star potential guys for me. You got Topic due to the injury, kind of having him falling. I'm really convinced that he's going to be a good player, though, so I'm not dropping him out of the top 10 just yet. But he may end up falling on draft night out of the lottery, but just due to the injury. Buzelis reminds me of Franz. Zachary Sachet, 3-and-D wing, versatile, has the ability to really shoot the ball and defend competitively. So I'm excited for him and his development. He definitely needs to work on the handle and the creation a little bit, but at number 1, of course, Alex Sarr has been my number 1 though, pretty much the whole time. Versatility, fluidity, defensive presence, and the upside to possibly stretch the floor from France, of course. So recap, pretty much, it was quick. I wanted to go over that really fast. The mock draft video will be coming out very soon. The final mock draft before the draft on June 26th, I believe, on Wednesday, next Wednesday. So really, really excited for that. This class is deep. It's deeper than last year. I think in the long run we may see a lot more contributors from this class than we did last year. But appreciate you guys tuning in. God bless as always. I'll see you guys in the next one.